You cannot be successful if you don't focus on the winning variable. What's going on, guys? It's Uzziah, your success consultant. I'm a real estate investor, a best-selling author, and an entrepreneur, but my goal is to help you become as successful as possible. So I want you to tune in today very specifically on this idea. You cannot be successful if you don't focus on the right variable. You have to know what works. We're living in a time period where there's so many distractions. There's so many voices. There's so much noise that you don't know what works. You got your family telling you one thing. You got your friends telling you another. You got people on social media saying this and people saying that. You just finding yourself just dabbling in every little thing, not knowing what actually reaps results. Today, I want you to focus on the right variable. So I'm going to share with you 3 key things that you need to focus on if you want to be able to level up and change the game for your success. So I always talk about the Pareto principle. The Pareto principle means that 80% of all of your results in life, your business, your health, your finances, your family, you name it, whatever it is, you name it. 80% of all of your success in life is going to come from 20% of all of your efforts. 80% of all of your results is going to be generated by only 20% of all of the things that you're doing. So that means that there's so much stuff that you're doing right now that doesn't even matter. It's not even important. It's not moving the needle. It's not getting you any further. Have you ever looked at somebody that's running on a treadmill? They might be breaking a sweat. They might be busting their butt. They're getting a workout in, but do you notice that they're not actually going anywhere? That might be you when it comes to your own personal success. You might be the person. You're working hard every single day. You're busting your butt. You're grinding it out. You're putting in all the work. You're doing everything that you feel like you're supposed to be doing. You're in meetings. You're making phone calls. You're running errands. You're checking the box on everything that you feel like life has told you to do. But the problem is you don't actually know what's getting you 80% of the results. When you look at somebody that is really successful, I'm talking about world class, because good is the enemy of great. When you look at a person that's achieved greatness in what it is that they're doing, they don't care about being a jack of all trades. They're not trying to do everything under the sun. They're not trying to do something a little bit here and something a little bit there and something a little bit everywhere. That's typically what average people do. If you want to be extraordinary, you've got to be able to focus specifically on one set thing, one set goal, one set task. And the only way that you can focus on one set task is to have enough foresight to know what one thing works and all the millions of other things that doesn't. So I want you to think first and foremost about what is it in your personal life that's actually yielding 80% results. Let's say that you want to make more money at work. You want to be able to get a raise. You want to be able to get a promotion. You want to become a standout performer. Well, what things are you doing at the job that's actually getting noticed by head executives? What things does your manager actually care about? Yeah, I know they might have told you to do a billion different things. And when you look at the long list of things that you have to do, you might think in your mind that everything is important. Trust me when I tell you this. Everything is not important. There's so many things that you're doing. It's not changing your life at all. It's keeping you in the exact same place. Do you know how many people wake up every single day and they bust their butts every single day, but they don't find themselves actually getting anywhere different? Every single day looks like a rerun of the day before. And that's no disrespect, but what I'm trying to show you is the danger that comes when you're not focusing on the winning variable. The winning variable means you find out the small couple things that works, and then you go all in on those couple things. The second thing that I need you to do that goes along with this first point is I need you to be able to block out the distractions. Block out the distractions, man. How many times do you have a goal and you set out to accomplish something, and then you slowly start to find yourself being influenced by what this person is doing, by what that person is thinking, by what this person is saying, that before you know it, you're going after a totally different goal. You might have had a talent and a gift, and God might have been moving you in one direction to accomplish something great, but you become so wavered by everything that people are just saying and pushing and tugging and pulling that you don't even know whether you're coming or going. You're just all over the place. Every single person that's accomplished something epic in this life blocked out distractions. And that's the reason why the 80-20 principle is so important, because you have to be able to focus on the signal versus the noise. Imagine if you're in a car and you're driving down the street, you're listening to the radio, and you're trying to be able to get a good signal. Do you want to be able to listen to music, but you got all the static in the background, right? It's like you can kind of hear the music, but you can't really because you got all this other noise in the background. It's like you got AM station kind of coming through the sound. You got all these different other channels. It's like rock and jazz all playing on the same station. All of that is going to be confusion. It's not going to be any good music that's going to come, no matter what genre, because everything is all lumped in together. That's how your life is when you try to set out to accomplish a goal, but you have too many voices that are operating in your head. There's too many different priorities. There's too many different responsibilities. You got a million things on your to-do list, but you don't have one thing that's actually pushing your life forward and changing the game for your success. So what I want you to do is block out the distractions. Good is the enemy of great. And in order for you to become successful in your life and really take it as far as you can really take it in your personal journey, you've got to be able to sacrifice a lot of good things to get to greatness. You've got to sacrifice a lot of good opportunities. People will come to you in life with good opportunities and good ideas, right? Everybody's got like some good in thing that they want you to follow after. But you're going to have to say no to 99 things in order to find that 100 thing that's the perfect fit just for you. In order for you to focus on the winning variable, you have to say no to all of the other variables. I'm going to give you a prime example. Let's say right now in this YouTube video, you know how many people will watch this video and will sit back and be like, oh, well, this video isn't the greatest video because, it's not this great backdrop. And, you don't have a microphone that's just going to make it sound like you're whispering in somebody's ear when you're talking to them. Is that really the winning variable? Or are you more focused on the content that I'm giving to you and how it's actually going to be able to impact your life once you apply it? What's the real big picture? What's the winning variable? Is it the little small, tiny things that everybody focuses about and kind of obsesses about and majors in the minor things? Do you want to major in minor things? Do you want to be big at something very small? Or do you want to be big at something incredible? Do you want to major in the majors? I'm trying to get you to major in the majors. And so that's the reason why you got to block out the distractions. Last but not least, I want you to double down on what's working. But get this, I don't want you to just double down on what's working. I want you to focus on mastering what's working. Okay? So if you follow the steps, if you have set yourself in a position where you've looked at your life, you've looked at yourself in the mirror, and you've performed this 80-20 analysis. You said, out of all the things that I'm doing in my life right now, what 20% of things is actually getting results? If you've done that and then you've blocked out all of the other stuff that's not taking you nowhere and keeping you on that treadmill existence, you're running like a rat in a wheel. Once you've blocked all of that stuff out, the stuff that remains after the dust settles, I don't want you to just double down on this. I want you to focus on mastering these things, because that is going to be what's going to change your life. You can't do everything all at once, man. You cannot do everything. There's only 24 hours in a day. Life is short. Tomorrow's not promised to any of us. So if you are serious about reaching big results, you got to focus on the things that matter, the things that count. And once you find out what those things are, you got to go all in. Not just double down. You got to be able to focus on mastering those areas. Okay? So I want you to leave me a comment, and I want you to let me know what the winning variables are for you in your life. I want you to let me know what things you are spending so much time about, obsessing about, dreaming about, that at the end of the day didn't even mean nothing. Wasn't even a big deal. You were making a mountain out of a molehill. I want you to let me know about what's the winning variable and how you're going to let go of all of these other things that's holding you back from investing more time to actually get you ahead. Leave me a comment. I'll see you guys on the other side. Take care.